hits the water, he doesn't have a lot of weight on it,
and
he pushes it forward a tiny bit.
Huh.
So you can see like Darren's slight habit when he goes here. You'll see the hand move forward just a little bit, right? So he's turning the paddle over a little, but it's not too bad. So all he would have to do is probably, for me, what I would tell him is maybe try to start. You can see he takes a stroke and he sits up sort of, but after he's done. And you want to kind of use that little bit of sit up before you're finished with the stroke, so your hips are helping the engagement.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. We'll switch off to Robert now, and then...
Yeah, and he's got a little more time in the water now, which is good.
It's kind of substantial, actually.
Yeah. And you'll see, like, if you compare the two videos, he's probably going to be traveling a lot farther each stroke.
Yeah.
Which is very important.
I think almost double for Roberts. Here, let's see him. Let's see Darren again.
So you see, Darren has a little bit of a bent arm on the catch, which makes it a little hard for him to get all his weight on it.
Is that because his paddle's so short?
No, it's probably habit, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see Robert now. So Robert's actually looking much better,
He's got much more length in the water now, right?
I mean, way more. It's a huge difference. Yeah. Let's see.
So you see how he kind of
bounces.
Exactly. He kind of kicks the back of his stroke. And to me, I would want to see him just start to sit up a little bit sooner, so that engagement and that hip helps him on the power phase, and be a little smoother in the back instead of like kicking it so hard.
Okay. Yeah. And then here goes Robert.
Yeah. And he has more time in the water, which is really nice. He could actually even get more reach.
He looks pretty smooth.
Set his blade in a little bit farther forward because he's so tall, but it's not bad.
So he should reach farther forward?
Just a tiny bit, maybe an inch or two, I could see. Yeah.
Okay, so Darren Scott. It's like he's bouncing
a little bit,
like,
but I think, you know, I'd be really curious to see if he had a regular board and a long paddle.
Maybe he should switch with Robert.
You could try, yeah, that would help. And he's having a hard time too.
Look at him.
So funny. These guys are on such unusual vehicles for themselves.
Well, the one that Robert's on is like, I think it's 100 liters.
That's, you know, that's something you paddle with your hands and surf with.
Yeah, look, it's underwater.
Yeah.
He looks pretty good, actually. What do you think? He looks actually kind of pretty
good. Not bad, not bad. He's out a little soon, and he needs more drive with his top. Or if he drive more with his top hand, he get a lot more power out of his stroke. That's all.
Let's see if he can even balance. Embarrassing.
This is good. Now you see the forward drive, yeah? With the paddle always long, you can see it. Just for the two strokes that he was upright.
So he actually had good speed. He threw himself off the back, paddling too hard, or what?
Happened? No.
Oh. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt.
It's a good thought, but it was a balance thing for sure.
Okay. It's kind of an interesting bend she has on her paddle. How does her stroke look? Kind of short in the water, yeah?
Yeah, she pushes forward while she pulls, so she's, you know, losing a little bit of energy. Yeah. The time in the water is not bad. It's just she's turning the blade over instead of, you know, pulling it back or pushing it down. Yeah.
Huh?
So you had just like a little bit. Still
he's trying hard.
You can press down longer. Okay. Just a little. Like you had the length in the water was way better.
It's hard to apply more power.
Yeah, and that's just weight on the blade.
Yeah.
With the lap, you know, here. Really pressing down here is a lot of power. Yeah, and you're just a little tentative up here, but your elbow was lower. I mean, it's like we say, you know, you can't press down all your weight like this.
Right.
It just doesn't happen. You know, as soon as you do this, now all your weight is on.
And so not stacking your shoulders much too, yeah? Or,
you know, there's enough of a stack this way, but if you go too much, you lose the drive. Right. So you got to think when you go forward, not to be coming back into this way, because this is only half your body pulling down.
Right.
You know, you have to think. I like to think that catches energy. It's energy this way, and it's not off. And then the weight of your body is helping you.
Yeah, the gravity and gravity and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, definitely work on that. So.
When you look at the video after, you're gonna see it's a kind of a big difference. Your length in the water, you're moving much longer and smoother.
I mean, in the beginning, you're gonna get better speed, but you're gonna get tired faster. So, like, say you're doing an hour paddle. 20 minutes, you'll have better speed, but you're gonna get tired at 20 minutes. And then you'll get tired at 25, and then you'll get tired at 30. You know? And it's all about
muscle adjustment.
it's all about how much. I mean, it's strength in the water. Like a lot of guys are really strong on land, but not that powerful in the water. And you have to be powerful in the water. There's two different types of paddlers. You know, the guys who are really strong.
Don't worry,
in the
you have
water.
like a week or so left to train for Molokai.
No, it's perfect. Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't try any of this in the race. I was watching you paddle, and where's your paddle at?
Down there.
You push.
Kioloa.
So you
Yeah.
push your top hand forward.
Uh-huh.
So you turn your blade over this way. So instead of the paddle blade coming in like this and holding the water like this, your paddle comes in and it turns this way.
Oh.
Because the hand is pushing forward,
Uh-huh.
and that's turning the shaft over.
Okay.
Instead of just kind of grabbing water, pressing down and holding it. So you're just losing a little water.
Oh. Awesome. Thank you for
No,
that.
it's a super good drill, especially if you have that top hand push problem.
Uh-huh.
You take your paddle and you let go. You go on your knees,
Yeah.
and you let go of the top hand, and you hold the paddle low,
Uh-huh.
and you just put the paddle in and you paddle with one hand,
Okay.
and then you'll feel this resistance there.
And what it's supposed to feel
Yeah,
like.
and then as soon as you put your top hand, a lot of times you'll push it forward and you'll lose the resistance.
Got
So then you
it.
go back to the bottom hand. You're like, okay, that's. If your if one hand is pulling,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had Annabelle do this a bunch of times
Uh-huh.
to try to teach her to get a little more efficient in the water.
Uh-huh.
So go on your knees and
Yeah.
you pick the paddle and you put it in and you just pull it.
Okay.
And if it's grabbing water, that speed that you can pull with one hand
Yeah.
is the paddle speed you should be going when you have top hand connected.
Okay.
Because the bottom hand holding water doesn't allow that shaft to turn over
Right.
and lose water. Because you
Got
have to
it.
hold it, you have to feel it, you have to keep it there.
Okay.
You know, as soon as this hand comes and does that, oh, you lose it. So you go
Yeah.
back to one hand. Okay, this is the speed through the water. This is the heavy it's supposed to feel. You know, so that's a good little drill you can do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So I feel like I'm attempting to get a better catch and not accomplishing it. So maybe it's just the,
Well,
the
your
time.
catch was better here when we went, and the time in the water was good. And when you got on his board, even though you were super tippy,
Yeah.
I could see you. The top hand doesn't want to go forward.
Yeah.
So that's like a natural thing for you is to go forward with your top hand
Yeah.
a little bit. With the short paddle, you didn't quite have that happening. But as soon as you got a little stressed with the balance, the top hand went forward a little. So you want to remember not to do that. But like I said, your time in the water is nice, and make sure you keep the paddle alongside the board too. You know, you don't want it going out to the side and pushing the board.
Cool. What about the bounciness on his thing?
The porpoising.
It bounces.
Yeah, well, at the end of your stroke, you really have this kind of kick, and you kind of try to stand up on the back of the stroke a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that should be smoother off the back. But I also think, like when you get really to the higher end of paddling, like what Danny and Travis and Annabelle are all talking about, is you don't want to be staying over too long. Right? You get down, your weight's on the blade, you're down, you're pulling, and right about here, I see like the last third, you want that hip engaging a little bit. You want that little bit of help from your hips, and a lot of people come up too late. They wait till they finish the stroke and then they pop their body up. So then they're only pushing down and back, right? You want this engagement at the end, kind of body kind of coming up and pulling yourself into it in a way, right? Yeah. And I know Danny and you were talking about this 6 months, 8 months ago, a lot about that. He's trying to incorporate that. I know Travis does as well.
That's really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
When I started like doing racing and stuff, I got who was it? Kanobo Craig told me just it's like you're falling onto the paddle, it's like using gravity, and that really helped me because
Beginning, you want
you're
that.
sick, you're falling onto the paddle, but yeah, so that's a good analogy.
The second part, is important too.
Yeah, and then you have to go standing back up,
Look for
timing up.
when you pull, you don't want to feel like you're paddling with one side lat. It's only half your body.
Right.
You want to feel like you engage this lat as well, and both of them this way. And here on the core, right? You're moving this way instead of like.
I mean, it really takes some thought and feel and kind of a lot of time to feel what you're talking about grabbing water. Like it's not a quick fix.
Everybody who looks like they're cruising in a race with good technique is working hard. And their blade there's water on that blade. It's not. Every time they put it in, it's it's not tap tap tap. They look like they're cruising. Look at Danny he's cruising. He's not cruising.
He's got some energy. Just looks easy.
Is the best conditioning just paddling or doing other things out of the water?
Running, swimming, weights, balance sports, especially if you stand up. I think yoga is a really good thing. Keeps you a little looser, gets your mind a little tuned in, a little more relaxed. Like with some of the people, I remember a few years ago, Jimmy Austin he's an excitable guy. He's got a lot of energy. And I told him one year, this year you got to do yoga. And he did it. And
Is there ever a time that you're going to do these short, quick strokes versus that long, slow strokes?
You're chasing a bump, or naturally you chase a bump. The time that you're going to come out a little sooner, you're trying to get to the front sooner. You're trying to eliminate that air time. You're just trying to go to the front, to the front, to the front. And naturally you're not going to draw that back out.
And those are quick strokes in the front only of the, or what?
They're in the front, but they still have to have some.
Or is it quick in the water? Like still a long stroke, quick in the water, or is it a shorter stroke?
You're always patient in the water. The
Okay.
time in the water equals the board time.
Because the way we were taught was like, if there's a bump, then you go tap, 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 fast, front, short. But
Like a
sounds
quick, short stroke.
To accelerate, right?
I think it's a fine line. If you're just going to speed it up to get on it, you're not moving yourself, to me, far enough distance. But if you're going to take a little off the back and just eliminate the air time, that's when you get the bump. You still need the speed, you still need the power, you still need the travel to get on. But the more time you have in the air, the less chance you have of catching it.
still try to get that power through that stroke, but maybe a faster repetition.
Fast repetition.
But still with power.
Yeah, I always do that.
So I was taught that when, once you have a good catch, that you want to kind of surprise the water with kind of a sudden power, so it doesn't really have time to slip out of the way, basically. And then once you do that, are you already thinking about coming back out? But what you're saying is more like a steady power all the way through, or
you always want to be patient in the water. If you're pulling fast, you grab hard. Whatever you grab, you pull. That's all. And if you grab hard and you try to pull too fast, something's going to slip. The paddle should never move faster than the board or anything in front. And if you try to pull too fast like that, you're wasting energy.
basically you're paddle bending more?
You are, and your body's trying harder than it's going to move. If you're patient on it, in the bump it's hard to be patient. You're excited, you want to catch this thing. You go. A lot of times technique goes out the window, right? So the better your technique is in the bump, and naturally that you don't have to think about, the better your technique is, the faster you are in the surf. But every sport, the K1 that we used to do, a K2, K4, like the Olympic boats, even at 100 strokes a minute and 10 miles an hour with these guys, it's still patient in the water. The Olympic coach always said patience. And I talked to Gerard, the coach from Shell, it's patience in the water. So
You can be patient in the water, but still be out of breath.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because the energy that's on the blade and the energy you're using is on the bottom.
So patience and effort are not the same. You could still have high effort, but patience.
I kind of look at it as how fast can you do a pull? You can't go sit on top. How fast can you do a bench press with a lot of weight?
What if you can't do a pull-up?
You might want to start.
Okay.
So they have those ones with supports for your feet. You can stand on them.
Rubber band.
Yeah, you get someone over there to lift your legs for you.
Okay.
But you kind of got to remember, the efficiency is. I always try to teach, don't cheat to get somewhere. You have to lighten things up. You have to be quicker. You have to be a little bit shorter. You have to manage it, but don't spin your wheels.
What's the difference, do you think, between the stand-up stroke and what you want to stand up versus one-man canoe versus a six-man?
To me, the main thing, one of the main things is the speed that you're moving. Right, six man's moving faster than a one-man. One man's moving faster than a stand-up. So the time in the water is different. The faster the craft, the faster you come through the water. Stand-up, you're going slower. You have a longer stick. You have a lot more leverage. So that time in the water will be slower. But then you have all the other things that come into play. You have balance. You have legs. You have leg drive. You have where your weight is on the board. So but for me, it's basically just a different speed of a different gun.
So stand-ups would have the slowest rate
Should be
in the water.
because you're going the slowest, and you have the longest shaft forever.
Yeah.
Travis doesn't really paddle different in a one. You watch his one-man technique and his stand-up technique. And let's face it, you take 10,000 strokes. You're not going to change it tomorrow on a different track. Your body's going to do what it wants to do.
But he's always working on trying to make it better, more efficient. So
He and I have had some really good conversations
yeah,
in the last 6 months.
yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people think that they're pretty good and they don't have to work on their technique.
Constantly.
But like it's like the better the guys are, the more they work on their technique. Really, that's what
Every day. Every day. And that's the fun thing about it. It keeps you thinking, trying to get better.
Yeah.
That's how the smaller guys, weaker guys, whatever, can beat the stronger, more in shape guys or women. You know. Okay.
So I guess when you coach people to train for a race like the Molokai race, 32 miles, like what's the training program like?
Depending on time of year, closer to the race is more higher intensity stuff. I like interval work, at least a few times a week, and speed work. I'll get closer to that. And then use the weekends for the long runs, and it's more just the time on the board or the boat. You know, and maybe 6 weeks out, you're getting your longest run. 5 weeks out, 4 weeks is still kind of long, and then after that, it's more speed endurance, paper. And the speed is super important, especially in the long term. You know, but I have a lot of the guys train speed on the boat. Just every swim card, you know, and you go with someone your speed. So when you're pushing at, you're doing. I had the outlet which I did 7 times a minute on, a minute off this morning in 1 minute. 5-minute rest, and do that workout again. An hour on the water. But do it with someone your speed, because when that lactic acid starts to set in, if you're by yourself, you're gonna let up. If you're next to someone, you take 2 strokes easy, you're off the bat. Right? So that's a very important workout. It's short, it's intense, but it's a lot of quality. And then the weekend will be longer, easier. That's kind of how I do it. And rest. Rest is more important than training. Most people overtrain. And before a main event, most of us paddle too much. Because you're always scared. You're always like, I don't feel like I'm not doing enough. I'm afraid to lose up. And by that last week, if you do almost nothing, you're still fine. You're actually going to be better off. I mean, Jimmy Austin set the record in Molokai when he had the flu and had a baby 2 weeks before the race and was freaking out because he couldn't get on the water. You hear of guys, this guy was injured for a while and he comes into the race and boom, it's good because they're resting.
Yeah, I agree with that. What about nutrition during the race and like avoiding cramping, things like that?
Super important to get your nutrition early. You know, you need the electrolytes, you need the booze, you need the. Some people have food, they make bars, dates, bananas are super good. But you want it early. You don't want to wait an hour and a half before you start taking something. Because then, by the end, you're kind of trying to catch up. You have to feel the pain. They used to say 8 hours of water every 15 minutes for long events. That's kind of a guide. Yeah. Don't wait till you're thirsty. I always say get the food in early.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Man, you're welcome. Awesome.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm
All good.
Thank you.
I was super.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please comment, give us a thumbs up, and see you next time.